the news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari returns to the country after marketing Nigeria at the Intra-African Trade Fair in South Africa. Dapo Abiodun Ibikunle Amosun and NUJ President Chris Isiguzo commiserate with Okun NUJ over his chairman's death. A pleasant evening to you all out there. This is NTA Ijebu ode News at 7, coming to you from your heritage station. Thanks for joining us. I am Olamumi Adeniji. Here are the details of our package. President Muhammadu Buhari has left South Africa on his way back home after marketing Nigeria at the ongoing Intra-African Trade Fair underway at Durban. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu reports that the president was seen off at King Shaka International Airport by government delegations. Also at the airport were the ministers of Foreign Affairs, Industry, Trade and Investment, as well as Director General, National Intelligence Agency. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Media and Publicity, Garba Shehu, described the president's outing in Durban as successful.
To sign the treaty establishing African Continental Free Trade Organization, the president has taken a decision to take very early steps in order to see to the actualization of the aspirations of not only the Nigerian government and people, but particularly our own businesses. And as you can see, there is a great deal of enthusiasm on the part of Nigerian businesses to take full advantage of this largest free trade organization known anywhere in the world. It is such a shame that between themselves, African countries trade only at the level of 15%. Globally, Africa controls only 3% of world trade. This is not good enough. So, President Buhari has led the Nigerian delegation with a lot of expectation. As a promoter of Nigerian economy, as a salesman, in order to market opportunities that are available in Nigeria for the rest of Africa. The last fair of this type that took place in Cairo, Nigerian businesses net deals worth more than $3.3 billion US, hoping that in Durban, South Africa, Nigerian businesses will surpass that achieved target.
Old age is a sensitive phase in which the elderly needs care and comfort to live a healthy life without worries or anxiety. How best should we care for our aged parents and the elderly around us? Correspondent Gumioni shows the views of some people on these salient issues.
Caring for the aged, be it our parents or the elderly in our society, has been described as a responsibility that must be carried out by the children of family members and neighbors too. Birth, childhood, adolescence, adulthood, and old age are the most crucial stages in a man's life. All these stages have their own issues and challenges. As each level passes, the physical strength deteriorates as well as the mental stability lessens, which calls for proper care for the older people. Respondents say it is important to take care of one's parents as they are our small God.
We to take care of our parents and our elderly ones, elders. First of all, we need to take good care of them, and we can do that by being with them, helping them out with one or two things they need to do, maybe like the house chores, sweeping, washing of plates, because when we assist them with this, it will be able to relieve them and they will be able to rest very well.
Take care of our parents by being around them, letting them, we can assure them that we are around them for not for the meantime but forever, so that they can know that there are people that they can trust. And then we can also be giving them money, get things that they need. You know, our parents cannot go outside. Elderly ones, they can't go outside to the street to get stuff so that they won't get into an accident because they're already old. So we can help them get them into the house.
Our parents are no longer, they don't longer need the money or clothes that we buy. They need it, but not like that's what they really want. They want our attention and someone they can talk to be close to them, to be there for them whenever they need it. And the law, the show of law, that is a very important aspect when they get to the old age.
When you see someone who is old, it reminds you what you are going to look like in the future too. So you treat them the way you want to be treated when you become like that. The most important help the elderly people need is companionship. People think that they need money. No. The most important thing they lack is companionship, because people tend to be far away from them in their old age. And when you go to them, they keep you talking to you over and over and over and over again. Those gists, by the time you leave, they are much relieved. A lot of things they bottled in their mind, they have had someone to talk it to. Then there is need for them, hygienic need, sanitation need. Because they are weak now, they are not strong again. They need people to help them with their daily chores, washing. Sometimes some of them that are not so strong may need support to get into the bathroom, and all those kind of helps are there for them.
The consensus is for children, family members and the society to take adequate care of parents and the elderly in our vicinity so as not to incur the wrath of God. In Ijebu ode, Bumi Oni.
Over 1,000 indigenes in one of the local government areas of Kwara State are to benefit from a free medical health initiative for rural dwellers organized by the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC. The week-long program tagged Health is Wealth has taken up. Kende Omolosho completes the story.
The NYSC Medical Outreach has been a platform for contributions of the core medical team towards promoting the well-being of indigent people at the grassroots by granting them easier access to free and quality health care. The core medical volunteers carried out diagnosis, treatments, including minor medical procedures and also referrals of patients. Drugs, eyeglasses, and other medical consumables were given to patients free.
Our population target is both for children, pregnant women, elderly ones to come to this place for treatment. We brought it close to their doorstep.
Pregnant Alimat Adiwara described the program as apt and timely, especially now that she is in her second trimester.
It's good. I'm a pregnant. They attend me well. Then give me medicine.
91-year-old Adeyinka Labi is hypertensive and has been experiencing difficulties accessing regular health care. The program to him is a succor.
They will be able to take necessary precaution towards having a good and healthy life.
To be able to bring many people into life, God will continue to be with them.
The initiative will be sustained and replicated in other communities across the state to enable more indigent rural dwellers benefit from the gesture.
It's a continuous exercise, and we intend to visit all the 16 local government areas in Kwara State.
The core medical team will also conduct follow-up outreaches on quarterly basis with a view to increasing access for the benefiting communities. Kehinde Omolosho, NTA News.
The participants of Course 44 of the Armed Forces Command and Staff College, Jaji, have taken national security and socio-economic development as a priority in their study tour to Delta State. Tessie Coker reports that Governor Okowa demanded for a more inclusive working relationship from the participants to foster national unity. Details of that story.
The Armed Forces Command and Staff College Jaji is a training facility for the Nigerian Armed Forces, including the Army, Air Force and Navy. Their visit to Delta State, among other states, is to improve and enhance national security.
This is considering the impact of the socio-economic development on national security, especially in these contemporary times. Our visit would therefore afford students the opportunity to determine firsthand the strides that our state has made regarding improving socio-economic development for enhanced national security.
The command is equally satisfied with the level of infrastructural development in the state. The Delta State government is proud of the activities of the college. However, Governor Kowa wants the command to design policies and programs that will engage youth across the country.
It must be a program that we can rely on, a program that we can trust to be continual, not programs that are just directed at the moment and it's not sustainable.
The tour is expected to cover across the nation to yield desired results. In Asaba, Tessie, Koka, NTA News.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, former governor and senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District, Ibikunle Amosun, and President Nigeria Union of Journalists, Chris Ijebu, have commiserated with the Ogun State NUJ over the death of his chairman, late Olusoji Samson Amosu, a start of the National Orientation Agency, NOA. Here are the details.
Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun has described the death of Ogun State Chairman, Nigeria Union of Journalists, as shocking and devastating news. In a statement by the State Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Wahid Odushile, the late Amosu, according to the governor, was a quintessential journalist and humble person. Commiserating with the deceased family and the Ogun State Council of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, Governor Abiodun said the late Amosu had robust official and personal relationship with the state government and ensured a synergy between the Ogun State government and journalists in the state. He prayed God to rest the soul of the deceased and grant the family his former colleagues at National Orientation Agency NOA, where he was a deputy director until his death, and the entire Ogun NUJ family the fortitude to bear the irreparable loss. Similarly, former governor and senator representing Ogun Central Senatorial District, Ibikunle Amosun, has described the death of the NUJ boss in Ogun State as a great loss, not only to his immediate family, but to the entire journalists in Nigeria and Ogun State. Senator Amosun, in a statement, noted that the late Amosun, who was a two-term secretary and later chairman of the State Council, served selflessly and left indelible imprints in the sands of time. He described his death at this critical moment when his wealth of experience and professional competence are required as painful. And lastly, the President Nigeria Union of Journalists, Chris Ijebu, has condoled with the members of the Ogun State Council of the Union, family members and associates over the sudden death of Olusoji Amosu and prayed God to grant Amosu's soul eternal repose. The late Amosu died at the Federal Medical Center Abeokuta after a brief illness. His remains will be received for funeral service at the Antioch Baptist Church, Akorede community of Lambo Junction, Surudara, Bodiolude on Saturday, November 20 at 10 a.m., while his remains will be interred thereafter at his residence at Surudara, Bodiolude. Aged 53, late Olusoji Samson Amosu is survived by wife and children.
May the soul of the departed rest in perfect peace. To end the news this evening, a recap of our top stories. We brought you a report that President Muhammad Buhari has left South Africa after market in Nigeria had the ongoing intra-African trade fair going on at Durban, South Africa. We also told you that Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, former governor of the state Ibikunle Amosun, and President Nigeria Union of Journalists Chris Ijebu have commiserated with the Ogun State NUJ over the death of his chairman, late Olusoji Samson Amosu. And that concludes our package for this evening. The Yoruba version of the news we brought to you by Ajibola Abiodun after this time out. From me, this good night and stay blessed.